Hi everyone, it's Neve here and welcome to my art journaling page. Today we're playing in my Dina Wakley blue journal using some collage tissues to make some different faces. So I'm going in, these are the new alphabet tissues, and I'm just sort of going mad gluing stuff down on the page. I love this huge face, which is from the Church Doodles set. If you're interested in faces, I would really recommend getting this set of collage tissues. They're just amazing. There's just so many different faces. There's eyes, there's all sorts of different shapes and sizes in it. It's really taken my fancy, so you don't have to do anything, but I've really enjoyed using the set. So I'm sort of just going in and blending and gluing down, and to be honest, I probably should have just left this here because I actually really loved how that was in black and white. And it's just really dramatic, and I'm quite liking just that monochromatic way that the collage tissues work together. But, you know, it's me. I got a bit carried away, had fun. Started off with one of my favourite colours, which is marine. And I've painted it down, and then through the stencil I've wiped away the excess paint, so you get this sort of resist thing happening. I then decided I wanted my face to be a real focal image on this page, so I decided to paint it up. Now this is, you know, not a new technique, but it's something that I find really helpful when I'm painting faces and looking for shadows, is actually using really contrasting colours. So it just means I can really clearly see where the darks and lights are on my page. So by using the yellow is my lightest colour, or my highlight, my pink as the mid-tone, and the blue as my darker tone, I can sort of really see where the shadows and lights are on my page, and then I can go back and readjust. So it does look a bit abstract, it does look a bit alien, but for me, as someone who's sort of learning to shadow, learning to paint faces, I find it particularly helpful. I really struggle when I try and paint a face with a sort of a neutral skin tony colour, because I find I don't see the differences between the lights and the darks very well. So by having something completely contrasting, I can sort of really see where they're supposed to be. One of my best tips I was ever given about painting faces and sort of looking for highlights and lowlights and so on was going on to YouTube and looking at makeup tutorials on contouring faces. So, you know, those crazy ones where they paint triangles of really dark and, you know, triangles of really light and then blend it together is actually a really great way to see where should the darkest areas in your face be and where should the lightest bits in your face be. Now I'm just going in with a little bit of colour pencil. These are Stabilo All pencils, a little bit of red on there, a little bit of stenciling, just to add a little bit of interest. And then finally I'm going in with my mask set, which is I think called Growing Things, and sort of creating these little flowery bits and pieces that are sort of surrounding the face, and sort of giving him, you know, they're peeking in or peeking out from behind these bushes. In retrospect, I'm not sure if I like that. It got a bit busy in the end. I sort of lost what I was trying to do, but I was having fun, so that's what it comes down to. In the end, you may like it, you may hate it, but if you've had fun doing it, well, it's not been a waste of time. So yeah, take of that as you will. What I am going in now and doing is outlining my different bits of stenciling with a black pen, really sketchy, just to sort of help push it out from the background and define the layers a little bit more, because I was stenciling all in one colour. Some of the bits and pieces got a little bit lost, so by just drawing around it, it sort of helps push them out. And now I'm going in and just doing a little bit of mark making on it, sort of making seed pods look like seed pods, putting in some of the stems and veins, sorry, of the leaves. Again, just because I can. I had the pen in my hand. I was thinking, what do I do next? Well, I will just keep drawing, you know. It's pretty much how I create all my pages. Once I've got a pen in my hand, that's my little stopgap. You know, you don't need to think about what you're doing, so it gives your brain a little bit of time, space, whatever, to think about what next. So as I'm finishing off this bit, I was thinking about what sort of words do I want to put on this page? What do I want this page to say? And that took a little bit of thinking. I ended up going onto my phone and looking up in Pinterest, and I can't remember what I actually used as my search keys for this one. I think it was, I can't even remember, so I apologise, but I remember putting something into Pinterest because that's usually how I go searching for my quotes. But I came across this one which I really liked, Stop Waiting to Live. I thought that was really, really powerful, that, you know, we sometimes put everything off, and, you know, sometimes we just need to go do it. Particularly, I think this is on my mind because I just sort of joined up with a personal trainer. I, you know, obviously wanted to make a bit of difference in my life, and instead of always putting it off, I decided to put myself first. So I'm sure a lot of people may resonate with that, you know, particularly, I'm sure males do it too, but particularly females, and usually particularly mothers, you tend to come at the bottom of the pile when it comes to things. So yeah, that's where I was at the moment. The reason I painted over the stop was I'd originally drawn around the whole lettering inside the letter, and it got a bit crowded and lost that pop of white, which I really missed. So I just repainted over it and then went around the outside of the white, which is what I've did with all the other bits and pieces. I finally did a little bit of journaling up in the top, sort of reminding me about why I had that quote. Please ignore the top of my head. About the Stop Waiting to Live, and I did a little bit of journaling underneath the eye and in the head as well, just to sort of, this is what was in my head. So while it wasn't necessarily the prettiest page in the end, it was a pretty powerful page for me because I was able to empty out what I was really feeling about, and then I've got Start Living Under the Eye, how I was feeling about all the decisions I was making at the time when I was doing this, and, you know, it just got it out of my head onto my page. So it meant I was able to go to bed that night and sleep a little bit easier that night because it was on the page. So I don't know if that will help you or not. I hope you got something out of this, and until next time, bye for now.